Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Anthony, and here we talk about all things preparedness, training, and education. And today we are talking concealed carry, specifically how to conceal and carry your gun effectively in any outfit of your choice, from gym shorts and a t-shirt all the way up to a full suit and everything in between. And then you're gonna wanna stick with me till the end of this video because I'm gonna go through a massive safety fault in one of the most popularly advertised comfort holsters on the market for concealed carry. By the way, this is gonna be a run through. It's gonna be B-roll footage. I'm gonna talk you through it. But if you want a full guide to concealment in any clothing choice, there's a link down in the description below, and I'm gonna pin it in the first comment. If you wanna see the concealed carry system that I'm using, again, that's down in the description below, and it will be pinned in that first comment as well. All right, let's get into it. Specifically, we're talking about how to conceal effectively. Now, you don't know what you don't know. That's the way the saying goes. Effective concealed carry depends upon 5 attributes for your concealed carry system. There are many people out there, they just stick a gun on their body and it fails one or more of these 5 attributes. And you don't want to do that when your life depends upon it, or the life of someone you love, or even innocent bystanders depends upon you effectively using your concealed carry weapon. You don't want to break any one of those 5 attributes, because when you do, your system basically becomes a failure point. And so what are those 5 attributes? We're going to run through those real quick. First is safety. That's non-negotiable. All right, you have to have a safe concealed carry system. You have to have full trigger protection, and then accessibility, which is the second point, factors into safety. So you don't just need safety of the firearm, but you need to actually be able to access that gun when you need to get to it. And if you can't access that gun, it's not a safe system. The whole point is to protect yourself, protect those that you love. And if you can't access it, it may be comfortable, it may be concealed, but if you can't get to it with a full firing grip, then it is not a safe system or an accessible system. So safety, accessibility, those are the first 2 pillars of the 5-tier system. And then stability. You have to have a predictable draw pattern. If you can't get to that gun in the same position every time predictably, it is not an effective concealed carry system. As you saw in the introduction, my draw pattern is predictable. It is like robotically predictable because it's in the same spot every time and I'm drawing the same way every time. Notice that. And so stability of the platform, you have to have a stable platform. And most people think that relies on a belt and a pair of pants, or a belt and a pair of jeans. And I'm here to tell you, no, that's not the case, because you can't do that in a suit and you can't do that in gym shorts and a t-shirt like I'm wearing now. The fourth one is comfort. And now this is a little negotiable, but you want to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable in something stabbing you, jabbing you, poking you, or hurting you all day long, you're not going to want to carry that gun. And so comfort is one of the 5 aspects that you really need to have. Whether you're sitting down like I am right now, or you're sitting in the car, you're sitting at the office, you're running, you're jogging, you're at the gym, wherever you are participating in recreation, whatever the case may be, or just shopping at Walmart, you need to be comfortable. And so that's the 4th aspect of your concealed carry system that doesn't need to fail, is comfort. Because when it fails, you want to leave that gun at home and you don't want to use it. And then you'll be unprepared when you actually need it. And then the 5th thing goes without saying, and that is concealment. If all these others are intact and yet you're not concealed, then it defeats the whole purpose of carrying a concealed carry gun. All right, so outfit number 1, I'm still in it, and that is t-shirt and gym shorts. And as you can see from the B-roll footage here, gym shorts and a t-shirt are the lightest weight and the least amount of clothing that you can possibly wear, and that's why it makes it so difficult. Because stability of the platform becomes an issue. And you will see with my draw, completely stable in this platform, completely concealed as well, completely accessible, if you notice, and it's completely comfortable. I'm sitting in it right now, no problem at all. I could run, jump, sit in the car, do whatever I needed on a daily basis, and I will be completely comfortable in this system because it meets all of those requirements, and it is ultra safe as well. Full trigger protection, which I'm going to show you in that last section. And so that is gym shorts and a t-shirt, and arguably one of the hardest outfits to carry in. And you can see I even train on the range. It is no problem for me to train in this setup the way I would train with any other holster or any other setup. All right, number 2 is a suit and a tie. And a lot of people have trouble with this because they want to take the suit off, the jacket off possibly, and leave on the pants and the shirt. If they go to a function like a wedding and then they go to the reception, they want to be able to take the jacket off. And if they're wearing a shoulder holster or some other holster that depends upon that jacket, whether it's inside the waistband or OWB 4:30 or 3 o'clock, they can't take that jacket off. And so you should be able to take the jacket off as well as be able to conceal, access that firearm. That's super important in a suit because you have a tie on, and as you'll notice, I can completely access it. It does take a little bit of more effort in the draw because I have to clear the garment, and it is a fully tucked in dress shirt, and so it goes further down into the pants compartment than just say a polo or another short tuck shirt would. But if you notice, still completely concealed and completely accessible. Again, comfortable all-day carry and safe as well in a suit, a full suit. Very hard to do, but very possible with my daily setup. All right, next we're going to look at a tucked button down. And so this is a step down from a suit. And if you'll notice, again, it's fully tucked in. I'm going to show you how I tuck that in. So let me cut to that right now, and you can see how it's actually tucked in. All right, I'm going to show you how to put on the ACS holster and how to tuck your shirt in. I have gym shorts underneath my pants, so nothing to worry about there. If you were doing this, getting ready for the day, obviously you wouldn't have your shirt on yet. It's easier that way, no shirt. So you put it on before your shirt, after your underwear, and before your pants. All right, so you put it on actually backwards. Once you have the strap adjusted to your waist size, you put it around your waist and engage the Velcro to the tightness that is comfortable for you and yet secure. And you want to engage the whole 6 inches of Velcro. So if you're not doing that, then you just make a gross adjust on the buckles, and you can see that on the website. And then you spin that holster into position where you want it. I carry in the appendix position, but if that were the 3 o'clock or the 4:30 position, you would just spin the holster to that position. And again, it's independent of your clothing, so it doesn't matter. And then you're going to put your gun in your holster. And for today's demonstration, I'm using a Glock 19 Gen 5. Put it in your holster just like so. And I'm using extra magazine with the extended mag plate. And so gun is in position. Again, I wouldn't normally have pants on. I would be dressing with just my underwear. And so you would be like that with your gym shorts. And then you just tuck your shirt in the way you normally would tuck your shirt in. If you need to, again, position in a different position, do that. But I was taught to pleat my shirt, and so you don't have to tuck behind any clips or anything like that. You just tuck your shirt, normal. And then grab your pants. So I actually need my pants around my hips. And then get your shirt looking nice, pleat it. If that's what you do. If you don't, just tuck your shirt the way you were taught, or the way you tuck your shirt. And then I line up my, what we call the gig line in the military, which is your zipper line, your shirt line, and your belt line. Make everything look symmetrical. And then some people blouse their shirt. In other words, they pull the edges out. I just like to stretch upward. It kind of naturally blouses. And that's how I wear that for the day. And you can see that's my tucked in shirt. And if I need my gun, it is right there, ready to go. If I need my extra magazine, I can access that as well. And that is how you tuck in the ACS. Oh, and by the way, let me show you one more thing. So in the rear of the holster, the belt is designed to actually ride up out of your pants so that you don't get a ton of thickness around your waist. That's what the dip in the front of that holster is designed for. Let me take that holster off and show you. So you see that angle? It's designed for where that belt stays up and out of your waistband. It prevents bulk from being in your waistband. It's still super comfortable and just helps not creating a bunch of bulk along the waistline. All right, so you can see with that system, I just tuck in like any other shirt that I would normally tuck in. And then when you go to draw, you need to access your firearm. You will notice it's completely accessible. And so again, it meets all the requirements of the 5 points of effective concealment that need to be met for you to effectively conceal carry your gun. Next, this is probably the second, in my opinion, most difficult outfit to actually carry in, and this is a summertime business casual outfit, which is a tucked-in polo, and this is a form-fitted polo, as you notice in the video, and because it doesn't leave much room for error because of the way it's fit. But you'll notice completely concealed, completely tucked in, no clips on the belt. Everything is safe and very accessible, you'll notice from the draw. And it becomes a very easy prospect with the right system. And so you need that system to be able to adapt to you with those difficult outfits. And so the last one is jeans and a t-shirt, and this is probably one of the easiest outfits to conceal in, but you'll notice the one caveat in mine is I don't have a belt on. And so yeah, you can conceal in jeans and a t-shirt with a belt with any old holster. It may not be comfortable for you, it may not be completely accessible, it may not be safe. But you need all of those things to go together, and I don't have a belt on. And so you'll notice I have a stable platform. The draw is accomplished very simply. And so it's not only safe, it's not only accessible, it's not only concealed, but I don't have a belt on, and it is stable. No clips at all, just jeans and a t-shirt. All right, so as you can see, my system works in all those 5 outfits, and now I want to talk about safety, and I want to get to that concern that I told you about earlier. And to do that, let me show you, I'm still in the t-shirt and gym shorts, full firing grip. I can get to that gun, no problem at all, and I can reholster that gun, no problem at all. So training on the range is no problem. I'm gonna take this off, sit down and talk to you and be able to show you the safety of this holster, and then I wanna compare it real quick, as I said, to holsters on the market out there that you may actually own. That you want to pay close attention to because they may be very, very unsafe for you. All right, so there's 2 points in the safety category, and that's trigger protection and then accessibility. And so trigger protection obviously goes, it's a no-brainer. You want to keep your finger off the trigger until you're actually acquired your sights and that you've acquired your target. You've made sure nothing is behind it that you don't want to kill or destroy, and that you have your sights on target and you have a proper sight picture, and then you want to place your finger on the trigger and do what you need to do. And so we don't ever want our finger on the trigger inside the holster, and we never want to introduce something into the holster that would cause that trigger to be pressed, resulting in a negligent discharge. Not an accidental discharge, but a negligent discharge, either where your holster was negligent or the user was negligent, or your observation led to negligence because something got introduced into that holster that shouldn't be there. And so my system, even though it's soft and comfortable and it meets all the requirements, it meets the most primary requirement, and that is safety. And I want to show you this pocket and the holster backer behind it is comprised of what's called better than leather. I have a halfway put together pocket portion that I'm going to show you, and it's a better than leather construction because it has 2 layers of 1000 denier cordura, and that has the waterproof backing. Just incidentally, it keeps any moisture from your body if you're working out or if you're on a hot day. It keeps anything from getting to your weapon, both from the back side of the holster and from the pocket of the holster. But it also has this layer of poly grid that allows it to be flexible and comfortable and yet rigid enough where nothing can get to that trigger. I'm going to show you in a minute. And then it has this closed cell polyurethane foam. And so all those layers together make a better than leather as far as durability, as far as water resistance, and most importantly, trigger protection. I want to show you. Watch this. Let me show you real quick first of all. Let me drop the magazine. There's no round in the chamber, and so I'm going to show you. It is visibly and physically inspected clear for what I'm about to show you. You cannot at all if you wanted to, doesn't matter how hard you press from the back or the front, you cannot get to that trigger. Now, let me show you. I've got a popular Amazon holster here, what you'd call a belly band holster. And I've got one of the most advertised holsters on the market. This is the Vanish holster. If you have not seen that Vanish holster advertised on the market, it's everywhere. It's on every video that you look at for concealed carry. It's on Facebook. It's on all the social media platforms. Even Navy SEALs are being employed or paid to advertise this holster. And quite frankly, that's a shame. So let me show you. You put the gun in the pocket. Again, this is visually and physically inspected clear, and it's in that pocket. Now look, you can fully depress the trigger. That ought to disturb you terribly. Again, let me show you. In the pocket, if this dumb little strap doesn't get in the way enough and pull the trigger for you, you can introduce your finger right there, and boom, it goes off. Let me show you that one more time. If you're not quite convinced, you can put your finger right in there and easily squeeze the trigger. And that's even with Glock's safe action system. And so the other is accessibility with holsters like this. I want you to notice on the system that I carry, it is actually combat cut to where when these wings are around my waist, I can actually get a full firing grip, sink my hand down on there, thumb right where it needs to be, my webbing is right where it needs to be, and I can draw that gun with a full purchase. Now watch. In the Vanish holster, first of all, they put this magnetic tab on there, and I'm going to tell you why they do that. They say it's for retention purposes, but it's really because your gun shifts around so much in this loose pocket that it's not going to stay put. And you may end up with a gun like that. You may end up the gun riding squeezed up out of your waistband or something like that, or worse, pulling the trigger like I just demonstrated. But you see how high that rides up in the back? And as this edge around your waistband like that, you're not going to get a full firing grip, because what's going to happen is you're going to sink your hand down around the back side of that, and you're going to pull the holster. If you try to grab, you're going to pull the whole thing up out of your pants most likely. And then you may end up causing that trigger to go off while you're doing it. It's just a no-go. Now, it may be comfortable because it has yoga pant material in it. However, it is going to be hot and sweaty because it's super thick, and the most importantly, it's unsafe. All right, I've got the Amazon holster, same deal. It is basically a belly band holster, but you put that gun in the pocket, and again, boom, you can shoot yourself from the front or the back easily. Again, in the pocket, boom, you can shoot yourself. It's just crazy. So my recommendation to you, the reason this is unsafe is because two reasons. You can pull the trigger, and if you're carrying with a round in the chamber, you're going to hurt yourself, or you're going to kill yourself because you're going to shoot yourself, or you're going to hurt somebody else. And then the second point is, if you're not carrying with a round in the chamber, and you may be saying that, Anthony, I don't carry with a round in the chamber, nothing to worry about. Well, then you're carrying a weight, a paperweight, or a rock, and you're not going to be able to defend yourself in the split seconds that it may take for you to defend yourself. And so you need to be able to carry that gun safely where the trigger cannot be pulled, where you can actually get to it, and you can carry with a round in the chamber to defend yourself. And that is the safety concerns with holsters that are comfortable out on the market. And so you need a system that's going to meet all those requirements, and safety is non-negotiable at all. If you haven't figured it out, this was for people who don't want to dress around their gun. If you don't want to dress around your gun and you want to be able to wear anything that you can possibly dream up or pull out of your closet, So, final thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about this subject, about those safety concerns, about what is the most difficult outfit that you have and you experience trying to conceal in and carry in safely that you're not able to do that. Let me know down in the comments below. My final thoughts is I don't want to have to dress around my gun. And for 15 years, I've not dressed around my gun. I have used systems like this system that have allowed me to wear what I want and when I want, whether it's shorts and a t-shirt like you see me in now, or whether it's a full suit or anything in between. I want my system to adapt to my clothing. I don't want to have to adapt my clothing to my system. Hey, if this video was helpful for you, please like this video, share this video, and comment down below and let us know what was most helpful in the video for you and what you'd like to see in the future. Again, if you want a full breakdown of every one of these outfits and how to specifically carry concealed in any one of those outfits, you want the complete guide, look down in the description below. If you want to see a link for the holster that I used in this video, that's down in the description below, and I'm also going to pin those in that first comment. As always, I want to thank you for making the choice to defend yourself and those you love. God bless you and yours.